to slip by.
Hello, welcome back, and welcome if you're new. I'm Annie. Welcome to my channel. Right, today I'm going to do my other lounge. I've got two lounges. The one you've seen I've already done up. I don't want to decorate the lounge, but I'm going to show you how it is and what I'm going to do with it. This is how it is today. The light I'm going to be changing. This room doesn't actually fit in with the rest of my home anymore, but I don't want to decorate it because it's not long been done. So this is the room. I haven't tidied it, anything. I've had the grandchildren stay and I've got blankets everywhere and whatever. So this is how it is at the moment. What I'm going to do is have a look round to see what else I've got that I've perhaps not using anymore. I've got a bag that was going to go to the charity shop. I'm going to have a look through that and I'm going to see if there's anything that I can use and put in here, shift things around. I can't move the settee or anything. There's nowhere else it'll go. I'm just going to have a look, see what I can do. Just make it look a bit nicer than it is. And where I don't use this room, it's just got everything chucked everywhere and I don't really care about it. But it's a lovely room. So I might start using it. So I'm just going to shift things about, get rid of the junk that's in here and just make it a little bit nicer. As I say, I've got to change the light. The light doesn't go. It's very modern. An ex of mine originally done this room. I had an open fire in here and he boarded it up and made it how he wanted it. And the light he chose, but it's not my style. None of this is my style. But it hasn't long been decorated, so I'm not going to paint it. And I don't want to go to the expense of painting it. You can do things that are a lot cheaper than decorating and make you feel nice about it just by moving things around and seeing what you've already got that you don't use. You can even pictures, you can colour the frames on them, paint the frames, make things a bit different, or use the frame and buy an old book from a charity shop with nice pictures in and put a picture in, make the picture fit in the frame. You can do lots of things, but I'm just going to see what I've got. I've got loads of bits and pieces. Let's have a go at this today.
Every single moment has led up to this one. Whoa, did the stars align? Whoa, maybe it's a sign we should do tonight again. Even in another lifetime, find me there and let's do tonight again. First we keep problems are evaporating. Baby, I'm just guessing, but I've got.
And I'm done. I brought that basket in to put the blankets in because the grandchildren like to put a blanket around them when they stay. That was going off to the charity shop, so I've made use of that. I brought this little Buddha in, it's concrete, I painted it. So I've got rid of the cheese plant because that was just too much in that corner. That picture on the wall, curtains covering it, is a picture I drew, and it was a place in Norway that I went to. It was a river with the mountains in the background. So the thing is, you do these pictures and you don't know what to do with them once you've done them. I've bought that black throw in from my other lounge because it was a bit too dark in there with the dark walls. Rearranged the settee, put some candles in the middle, put my little rug on the top. I have to keep that covered, that puffy, because my cats are clawing around the edges of it. They've started clawing down here, so I've had to do something with that. I've got to clean the windows, which I'll probably do tomorrow now. And as I say, I'm going to have a look for the new light fitting. I fancy a chandelier in here. I'll look on Facebook Marketplace for them because that is awful. So I'll get that taken down and put a new one up. So I'm done, and just that little bit makes you feel so much better. Well, that's all done. That's made me feel a bit better. I didn't put a load of stuff in here, but I had a few bits and pieces that I put round. Just the light. I'll be happy when I change the light. I think that'll make a lot of difference. But it's Saturday today, and I'm not seeing anyone. Didn't see anyone yesterday, and I don't know when I'll see anyone. Probably next week. But I'm perfectly happy. I'm happy in my own skin, and I think that's really important. That you have to be happy within yourself, and not woe me. But I have a good time, and my life is full of laughter. I laugh. I really laugh, as you may have noticed. I like a good giggle, which brings me back to the dating. The online dating site. Last night I had loads and loads and loads of messages, and some you go, oh yeah, they seem okay, and you start talking, and then they start getting a bit sexual with you. Oh no, that's not what I'm looking for. So it's like block, block, block. It's a bit of a joke. And do you know the funny thing? This has really made me laugh. You see a picture of a man standing next to a really prestige posh car and leaning on it as though it's his, making people think that he's got money. And then the next picture is of him indoors with holes in the net curtains behind him and a big ashtray full of dog ends on the table. You know what? Why don't they look what's in the background? And some of them, you can see they're in a bed sit, which no difference. That's up to them. Everyone's got to live somewhere. But at least keep it clean. You can see they've got the microwave, and it's all the front is all grimy, and they've got all their washing up on the draining board, and they're standing in front of it smiling as though it's attractive. But it's not. I don't care where they live. They can live in a tent for all I care, as long as they look after it and keep it clean. But why take these pictures, making people think they're something they're not? It's really silly. And everyone says to me, oh, it's not looks, it's personality. Yes, I understand that. And I am looking for personality. That's what I'm looking for. But there has to be something about them that is attractive, because it's the law of attraction. If you're not attracted to someone, you can't be with them. So, I'm doing my best, and I'm giving it a go as much as I can. But, you look at their pictures. Oh, and the other thing they do is they all put pictures of themselves really young. And then the last one is them now. And the other ones were like 30 years ago. And it's like saying, this is what I used to look like. But I don't care what people used to look like. I really don't. So I thought, no, I'm not gonna bother, I don't think. I'll keep myself on there. I'm not even looking at I've been through them all, unless anyone new joins. And I was looking for Idris Elba, but unfortunately he's not on there. I'm gutted. Absolutely gutted. So I don't know. I'll just keep going with it, I think. But I'm perfectly happy. But it's just nice to have someone in the background, really. And it's like going on holiday. If you want to go on holiday, I don't feel it's going to be much fun going on your own. And someone said to me, why don't you go on one of them coach trips? I couldn't think of anything worse. I really couldn't. I'd get travel sick, which would be awful. And how awful where you've got no one to share it with, and you're stuck with all the people. What if you don't like them? So I don't want to do that. I'll just wait till I get my camper van. Does anyone know what you can do for hair loss? I've tried every different shampoo, and I just can't seem to find anything that brings it back. It's still falling out. It's so thin. I've had to bring my fringe down from there. Otherwise, there's just nothing there. So if you've got any ideas, or you've used anything you can recommend, I've tried all the different shampoos. I've taken collagen. I've tried everything, but I just don't know what else I can do. But you know what? It is what it is. and I'm not going to worry myself over it. Well, I will if I go bald. I'll have to have a comb over or get that bit and wrap it round like a walnut whip from the back or something. Oh, I don't know. Don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. I'm going to do a video probably next time now on my makeup. I did try that eyeshadow out that I showed you in the last video. Oh, it's lovely. It is really, really nice. So I'm going to, next time, put my makeup on and show you just how nice it is. And the body cream was amazing. And I've got it on again today. And it lasts. Your skin feels soft all day. It's really lovely. Are there any products that anyone uses that they swear by when you're older? Because that's the thing. You're always used to wearing makeup on young skin, but this is my makeup. This is the eyeshadow. I think it's, I don't know if you can see it. It is so lovely. I hate wearing glasses, but I can't wear contact lenses. I can't get on with them. Honestly, it's like when you go to bed, it's like dismantling yourself, isn't it? I've got a plate. You take your plate out, take your glasses off, you take your makeup off, take your hair down, look like the wild woman. It takes longer to get ready for bed. Now my hair's falling out. I knew it was receding because it took me longer to wash my face. It's just awful. It's just awful. When you get older, it's just really not nice. All the things that you go through. When you're young, you put a flannel around your face and get in bed. But you just have to start dismantling yourself. I don't know really what happens to us. I've had a lovely day. Not seen anyone. I've been indoors just doing my lounge and just cleaning and had the music on, and it was really happy and nice and just relaxed. And I've got to say, I think I'm very lucky because I've got a really lovely life, really nice life. So, yeah, I've got tomorrow on my own as well. And I'm just going to have a bit of me time tomorrow where I'm going to dye my hair and put a face pack on and just enjoy the day. So I'm feeling quite good. I'm coming back up again now. And I think you go through that. I think coming to terms with getting older, coming to terms with living on your own. It's not easy, but you've got to change your mindset. You've got to think differently and you've got to embrace it because you don't worry about the things that you can't change. So embrace it, enjoy it, because you don't want to say, how much longer have I got left? I'm 62 now. Have I got 15 years? Have I got 20 years? Don't live in fear. Live each day as if it's your last. Enjoy your life. And that's what I'm doing. And that is my thing. Every morning now I'm waking up and saying, live today as if it's my last. Enjoy it. Embrace it. Do you ever feel like that? Or do you just let it get the better of you? But you've got to change it. It's a glass half full, not half empty sort of moment, really. So, yeah, so tomorrow I'm going to have another nice day. It's been quite warm as well today. And I always feel better when the sun shines. I think, the winters are long and dark. Although it's cosy indoors, it's just nice when the sun shines. You just feel so good. Anyway, I haven't got an embarrassing story, but I've got a funny story about a dream I had. Or should I say a nightmare. Once I had a dream that I was in hospital and I had twins and they were in the hospital cot thing next to me. Twins at my age, a baby at my age. And I've had a hysterectomy, so impossible. And I'd had these twins and the staff in the hospital were being really nasty to me. They weren't being very nice at all and it was quite upsetting. Anyway, the father came in of the twins in this dream. He came walking in and he had this like blue suit on, but I couldn't see his face because he had the most enormous bouquet of flowers he was holding covering his face. And suddenly the nurses were rushing in and being really lovely to me. Anyway, he came over and he put the flowers down. It was Rishi Sunak, who was the Prime Minister at the time. Why did I dream of him? And so then the staff in the hospital obviously thought, oh, she must be someone, she's got his babies. I had his babies. Of all the people to dream about. Why him in his blue suit? Could he have been Idris Elba? Could it have been someone really lovely? Mel Gibson, oh no, he's getting a bit old now, but someone really lovely? No, Rishi Sunak. Why do we dream these stupid things? Why could it have been someone lovely? Oh, dreams never make sense. Anyway, on that note, I'm going to go and have a sleep now and see who I dream about. It might be Boris Johnson this time. Anyway, that's all from me. Until next time, good night.